Standing triumphant at WrestleMania 41 thanks to you. Something I really like about this slingshot technology is I'm not restricted to only my matches. I have the power to jump into the boots of other superstars and change the course of their career too. And I can think of no better choice than the main event of 1997 Survivor Series. That's right, the infamous night that saw Bret Hart defend his championship against Shawn Michaels. They had so many epic battles. But after a particularly painful loss to Michaels at WrestleMania 12, Bret would take a sabbatical from WWE, eventually returning late in 1996. By the spring of 1997, things were much different than WWE. Bret and his family had reformed a bigger and better Hart Foundation, while Shawn and his friends created DX.
Are you ready?
The two groups despised each other. And after months of chaos, it all led to Survivor Series. And it was on that night that Shawn would steal the championship and send Bret Hart packing to WCW in an event known as the Montreal Screwjob. It's no secret that I'm a Bret Hart fan, and I consider him one of the greatest of all time. So let's hop into Bret's boots and take on Shawn Michaels in his prime, something I never got to do. The plan is simple. Avoid the sharpshooter, and we'll be okay. But if Shawn can apply the hold, we know exactly what is going to happen. Slingshot Tech, take us to the 1997 Survivor Series in Montreal.
The following contest is scheduled for the WWE Championship. There is so much electricity in the air here tonight in Montreal. This is always going to be a big match for both Shawn and Bret, but squaring off in Montreal only adds to the importance of tonight. This isn't just a huge match for both these men. This may be one of the biggest matches we've ever seen in WWE.
Yeah, the title almost feels secondary tonight, which is crazy to even say out loud. This feud has been boiling for years, and it never seems like it will fully be settled. I know this is going to be one we'll talk about for years.
Absolutely relentless offense here.
This Canadian biased crowd continues to let Shawn Michaels know what they think about him. A very hostile environment for HBK.
Yeah, and Shawn is never dropping some big-time swings here.
Just teeing off with that fight forever vibe.
Giving up now is not an option. They have to finish this.
Each exchange just sapping the energy from these two.
Boom! All this heavy artillery is really adding up. Boom! Just emptying everything they've got now. Oh! A blind hurricane of fists. No end in sight. And consider that the final punctuation to that heated exchange.
Spiked. Sit out. Pile driver.
Bret's bent on destroying HBK with moves like that. Uses an elbow to disrupt that attack. And we all know how good these two men are in the ring. You can argue two of the best to ever do it. But tonight, I don't think either man cares about showing off technical skill. These two just want to fight.
When it's gotten to this level, when it has become so personal, there is nothing else to expect. Oh, double leg takedown. Oh, we've seen this time and again from the hitman, the sharpshooter.
And he just decides to end the hold.
Wonder what he's thinking here.
Impressive reversal from Michaels.
Michaels has his opponent hooked. Teardrop suplex.
HBK has to be thinking about ending Bret's night after that move.
And now thrown back into the ring. Cover to be crowned champion. And the champ beats the count early.
How on earth could he not keep him down for even one at this point?
Hard not pausing to soak up the adulation.
Clearly lost in the moment.
Oh, perhaps he should have been paying more attention.
Every shot these two throw at each other tonight is being delivered with such venom, such disdain.
Oh, that's to be expected the way these two have been exchanging verbal jabs at each other for a long time now.
I can only put it this way. The words Brett and Sean use for each other are not suitable for children to hear.
To be honest, they're not suitable at a bar either, Wade.
Oh, no, not at all. You'll have quite the ruckus at the pub using the names Brett and Sean have called each other.
This match has gone above and beyond anything anyone expected tonight.
Neither Sean nor Brett look like they're going to relent to the other. This has been more about punishing each other than winning the title.
Crucifix. And Michaels, of course, has done nothing to endear himself to this Montreal crowd. In fact, Michaels and his D-Generation X posse have been nothing but juvenile to everyone they've encountered.
Well, delinquency is in the eye of the beholder, Michael Cole. You might not like the kids are getting detention mimicking DX, but you can't deny they've struck a nerve through every arena we visit.
Whipped clear out of the ring, has to be all out of sorts right now.
And crashing to the floor goes Sean. From the top.
Good Lord, taking flight.
Really risked it all there.
Very fortunate to hit the mark in that one. Manages to reverse it. Quick takedown. Side Russian leg sweep.
Ooh, nice Russian leg sweep.
Excellent execution from Hitman.
HBK is struggling to meet the excellence of execution.
Beautiful side Russian leg sweep.
Oh, he cuts it off. And Michaels put a quick stop to the momentum that was mounting against him.
Good chance for Michaels to regain some composure.
Back into the ring now. He is looking to do some serious harm.
Ooh, merciless looking blow.
And he gets the better of HBK. Oh, nice takedown. Gonna step through into the vintage sharpshooter from Bret Hart.
Sharpshooter applied. Will this do it? Perfectly executed submission hold. Locked in deep.
Will we see a tap? And for some reason, he just broke his own submission hold.
Got out of the way of that one.
Rolled into a crucifix.
HBK in real danger here.
Hitman proving he's done his homework on HBK right here.
Hoisted up, powerbomb, desperate situation. Simple but effective technique to get out of there. Brett gets out of the way in time.
Incoming.
And he's going to the top. Up high.
Whoa, look out.
However much you think that hurt, I promise you it was way worse.
Flying ringside with pinpoint accuracy. Fends off the attack with an elbow. Sean showing he's not out of it.
Brief sign of adrenaline from Sean.
Bang, what a hook. He is looking to do some serious harm. Going outside. What's he got planned here?
Serves him right for running his mouth.
He's hurled out and crashes down.
Risking it all.
What a cross body.
Throwing absolute caution to the wind there, and it paid off big time. How much more abuse can they take? Sean and Brett are each looking to take their pound of flesh from each other.
Side Russian leg sweep.
And a vicious looking with an armbar.
And if Bret Hart isolates the leg and feels the advantage in the legs, Wade, he won't go anywhere else.
You're right, because all that's in the back of his mind is the sharpshooter. It's that precise breakdown of his target that has made the Hitman who he is.
The Hitman staying on the attack.
Michaels looking racked with pain. The Hitman remaining a step ahead.
And he gets sent back into the ring. And now propped up in the corner. Michaels turns that around. This personal rivalry goes so far back. You can see the seeds of it when they were both tag team competitors, part of the...
From the top! Elbow drop! Bullseye! Michaels with some big-time offense could have the champion on the back foot.
Michaels hitting sweet chin music.
Championship on the line. This could be it.
What a kick out. I don't believe it.
We almost just had a new champion. Less than...
And Michaels now looking to put Bret Hart away. Step through. Could be sharpshooter time.
Oh, this would be humiliating.
Sharpshooter's in. Wait. What the? Oh, wait a minute. The red call for the belt. Was Bret tapping out?
I think Shawn Michaels is the WWE champion.
Yeah, but I don't think Bret tapped out.
Well, Shawn has the gold. He must have tapped out.
What is going on?
There is so much electricity in the air here tonight in Montreal. This is always going to be a big match for both Shawn and Bret, but squaring off in Montreal only adds to the importance of tonight. This isn't just a huge match for both these men. This may be one of the biggest matches we've ever seen in WWE.
Yeah, the title almost feels secondary tonight, which is crazy to even say out loud. This feud has been boiling for years, but it never seems like it will fully be settled. I know this is going to be one we'll talk about for years. And we all know how good these two men are in the ring. You can argue two of the best to ever do it. But tonight, I don't think either man cares about showing off technical skill. These two just want to fight.
When it's gotten to this level, when it has become so personal, there is nothing else to expect. All that is left is a down and dirty fight between two guys that hate each other's guts.
Hitman laying it into Shawn. Wants to always keep Shawn close, keep him grounded. That's pivotal for the champ tonight.
Bang, what a hook.
Thunderous power slam.
Just from a style standpoint, Bret and Shawn are totally opposite. Bret's slow, methodical, with a technical approach versus Shawn's fast, explosive offense. From the top, he fails to connect. His Canadian biased crowd continues to let Shawn Michaels know what they think about him. A very hostile environment for HBK.
Yeah, and Shawn has never done himself any favors towards changing their opinion either. At least we can say Michaels isn't prejudiced to who he insults. If you have a pulse, you're fair game.
Stun gun! He gets sent straight down to the floor. Watch out! Through the air, and connects!
From ring post to ringside, risking it all paid off.
Stretching that shoulder.
Every shot these two throw at each other tonight is being delivered with such venom, such disdain.
Oh, that's to be expected the way these two have been exchanging verbal jabs at each other for a long time now.
I can only put it this way. The words Brett and Sean use for each other are not suitable for children to hear.
To be honest, they're not suitable at a bar either, Wade.
Oh, no, not at all. You'll have quite the ruckus at the pub using the names Brett and Sean have called each other.
Had it scouted. Now can capitalize. And Brett gets countered.
Sequence of reversals there.
Side Russian leg sweep. And Michaels, of course, has done nothing to endear himself to this Montreal crowd. In fact, Michaels and his D-Generation X posse have been nothing but juvenile to everyone they've encountered.
Well, delinquency is in the eye of the beholder, Michael Cole. You might not like that kids are getting detention mimicking DX, but you can't deny they've struck a nerve through every arena we visit.
This has got to be demoralizing for Michaels.
HBK is struggling to meet the excellence of execution.
And now gets tossed into the ring.
Oh, directly to the knee. Taking him to the corner now.
The Hitman with a vicious kick to the body. And now Hart looking to ratchet up the intensity even higher. Has both legs trapped, wrapped around the ring post. Figure 4 is cinched in. The ring post, figure 4 leg lock applied. Brett's bent on destroying HBK with moves like that.
And he slides him back to the mat. Michaels with the awareness. And if Bret Hart isolates the leg and feels the advantage in the legs, Wade, he won't go anywhere else.
You're right, because all that's in the back of his mind is the sharpshooter. It's that precise breakdown of his target that has made the Hitman who he is. Targeting the midsection.
Each shot landing with a little bit more venom.
Blow after blow. Test of endurance at this point. Oh, man.
Looks like a hockey fight's just broken out. Ooh! Oof!
Exhaustion setting in, and neither one of them is letting up. Punch lands.
He is looking to do some serious harm.
And Michaels now looking to put Bret Hart away. Step through, could be sharpshooter time.
Oh, this would be humiliating.
Sharpshooter's in. Wait, what the? Oh, wait a minute. The ref call for the bell. Was Bret tapping out?
I think Shawn Michaels is the WWE champion.
Yeah, but I don't think Bret tapped out.
Well, Shawn has the gold. He must have tapped out.
What is going on? This has been one of the most heated rivalries we've ever seen. Bret and Sean are just so diametrically opposite. I don't think there's any way they could ever coexist peacefully.
It's really a matter of pride versus arrogance, and each of them are guilty of both. You can literally feel how much tension there is in the air here in Montreal.
It's been rumored that if he loses here tonight, this might be Bret's last match in the WWE. That just adds to how much is on the line here.
And Michaels, of course, has done nothing to endear himself to this Montreal crowd. In fact, Michaels and his D-Generation X posse have been nothing but juvenile to everyone they've encountered.
Well, delinquency is in the eye of the beholder, Michael. This has been one of the most heated rivalries we've ever seen. Bret and Sean are just so diametrically opposite. I don't think there's any way they could ever coexist peacefully.
It's really a matter of from the top. Diving elbow drop. Are you kidding me?
The champion taking the high-risk option to retain the title.
And Michaels, of course, has done nothing to endear himself to this Montreal crowd. Here we go.
Oh, the high risk gave no reward there.
Sudden cutoff from Brett.
Reorientating them in the corner here.
Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels squaring off for the coveted. No way. Suicide dive.
Throwing all caution to the wind and flying around like a bat out of hell.
Quick reaction to Hart there. His Canadian biased crowd continues to let Shawn Michaels know what they think about him. A very hostile environment for HBK.
Yeah, and Shawn has never done himself any favors towards changing their opinion either. At least we can say Michaels isn't prejudiced to who he insults. If you have a pulse, you're fair game. I can't think of two men who are more equally matched than Shawn and Bret. This has been an absolutely incredible year for both of them, possibly the pinnacle of both of their careers.
It'll be interesting to see what the deciding factor in this match is. Right now, you have to think this is all about surviving here at Survivor Series.
Taking flight all the way to the outside.
Like a heat-seeking missile right on target.
And just as destructive.
Beautiful side Russian leg sweep.
Side Russian leg sweep. Turns it around. It pulls off the reversal. Quick thinking that time. And enters back into the ring.
Taking the easy way. And we all know how good these two men are in the ring. You can argue two of the best to ever do it. But tonight, I don't think either man cares about showing off technical skill. These two just want to fight.
When it's gotten to this level, when it has become so personal, there is nothing else to expect. All that is left is a down and dirty fight between two guys that hate each other's guts.
The momentum is squarely on Hitman's side now.
Hitman proving he's done his homework on HBK right here.
Retaliation from the Hitman. Oh! Cover for the title. Late in this one, and Bret isn't done yet.
He didn't even let the count hit one.
This is a situation you want to avoid.
Just thrashing the windpipe here.
Stumbling to his feet.
He might just be rising to meet his end here. Oh, vicious body shot.
Back down the hatches. These two are loading.
Oh, this is more like a barroom brawl between these two. And this match is swiftly turning into a knockdown, drag-out affair. Oh, boom. Clearly now being fueled by a righteous fury. And this bloodthirsty crowd is loving it. This has turned into a violent game of chicken. Who's going to step off the... This has turned into an all-out Donnybrook now.
Ending this test of wills with a big exclamation point. Taken down with a crucifix.
Big knee to stop the maneuver. Big back body drop.
And he's got to do a better job protecting his midsection here.
Sent out of the ring the hard way.
Up high!
You gotta be kidding me!
No matter who you are, when you crash on the floor, a searing pain races through your body.
Ooh, nice
Russian leg sweep. Disheartening position for HBK.
HBK is struggling to meet the excellence of execution.
And he gets delivered back into the ring.
He wants him back up so he can knock him back down.
Pulling him in for the backbreaker. Ouch. This personal rivalry goes so far back. You can see the seeds of it when they were both tag team competitors, part of the Hart Foundation and the Rockers. Each man becoming breakout stars and leaders of a new generation in WWE. Up until that point, it was professional. But recent years and the weight of carrying the industry have changed these men.
The turning point was WrestleMania, Cole, when Bret was screwed out of the title in that Iron Man match. If the score is tied at the buzzer, it is a draw, and the title should have remained with...
Figure 4. Leg lock. He's in a bent.
Needs to find a way out, reversing the pressure. That'll break the hold.
Denying the attack from Michaels. And something Bret has to know is all the attributes Shawn possesses, Michaels might have more cardiovascular conditioning here. Michaels is insanely resilient. Remember what Michaels did, Corey, in St. Louis just a month ago against The Undertaker in Hell in a Cell. He used every attribute to survive that encounter.
I've never seen a match more unholy than that Hell in a Cell match. HBK might not be surrounded by steel tonight, but I think the test in front of him is even greater. Michaels is going to need everything in him to survive at the Survivor Series.
Absolute torture!
Bret's bent on destroying HBK with moves like that.
Destructive use of the knee. And to speak on the elephant in the room, yes, there's been a lot of speculation that if Bret Hart loses this match, this will be his last match in WWE.
Yeah, I tried to get a word from the Hitman earlier today about the rumors, but I was quickly escorted away by his Hart Foundation brethren.
It's a rumor cloud that hangs above the collective minds of this capacity crowd. Such an anxious feeling inside this arena.
Reigns down an elbow in retaliation.
These two trading counters, an absolute masterclass.
Side Russian leg sweep. Hitman is performing with such precision right now.
Michaels looking racked with pain. The Hitman remaining a step ahead.
Hart has flight in mind.
Incoming!
Diving leg drop from the top rope.
What's this? He's got...
And Bret off the top rope and the referee knocked down, guys.
Well, took down Shawn Michaels, but accidentally took down the ref in the process. And at this point, all bets are off.
Michaels to the eyes of the Hitman.
Fez press! Fez press! Boom! Boom! Persistent barrage. Uh-oh. Oh, my God, what a move.
Oh, it's punishment time now. The Hitman turns his opponent. Sharpshooter applied.
Submission locked in tight. One last gasp effort, and that'll do it.
Down around to the schoolboy, shoulders are down. This is why ring awareness is your friend. The pin attempt undone by proximity to the ropes.
One step ahead there. Oh, what a response.
Pretty drop kick. Boom. The Hitman with both legs trapped. Can Hart step through? There it is. Shark
makes it to the ropes, and the hold must be broken. from HBK.
From the top.
Completely missed the mark there.
The Hitman now lifts up his opponent.
Pile driver. Call it academic. That's just the way it goes with the excellence of execution.
And look at this. The Hitman now, he's got all the time in the world to lock it in. There it is, sharpshooter.
You can tell that's locked. Brett retains the title.
Here is your winner and still WWE Champion, Brett Hitman Hart.
Feels good to execute some long over.
Folks, I can already warn you, this match will not be for the faint of heart. The war of words between these two men, CM Punk and Cactus Jack, has come and gone, and now it's time for a war of wills, a war of weapons, a war of whatever sadistic machinations have been running through these men's minds.
It does not get more hardcore than the ECW arena, especially when it's Falls Count Anywhere. CM Punk and Cactus Jack, two men who remain stalwart and resolute in their convictions through blood, sweat, and tears.
Smart money's on a whole.
Folks, I can already warn you, this match will not be for the faint of heart. The war of words between these two men, CM Punk and Cactus Jack, has come and gone, and now it's time for a war of wills, a war of weapons, a war of whatever sadistic machinations have been running through these men's minds.
It does not get more hardcore than the ECW arena, especially when it's Falls Count Anywhere. CM Punk and Cactus Jack, two men who remain stalwart and resolute in their convictions through blood, sweat, and tears.
Smart money's on a whole lot of all three of those things in this match, gentlemen. Cactus will make sure.
He gets into the ring. Launched right out of the ring. He's climbing to the top. Perched up top.
Good Lord, taking flight.
Wiping out the competition, but also possibly yourself. Cactus absorbing some offense already. Almost an appetizer for this sadist.
Spectacular counter into a dragon screw.
Even though Cactus Jack and CM Punk have never faced off in the ring, Punk has had confrontations with Mick Foley in the past. In 2012, Punk brutally attacked Mick backstage.
And that attack almost led to a Survivor Series match where Punk and Foley would have served as team captains. But as they say so often, cards subject to change.
Well, I, for one, am glad. That match would have been a battle by proxy. This one is a hardcore war happening right in front of our eyes.
And Cactus Jack is just so unpredictable. When you're in the ring with him, you never quite know what he's going to throw at you.
Well, I've usually countered that you can't let Cactus get the chance to unleash his particular brand of insanity on you, but that's not a realistic possibility here. Punk just needs to do what he can to keep on Cactus and be even more unpredictable, if he can. Relentless violence is Cactus Jack's stock and trade, but it needs to be CM Punk's as well.
Off the welts already forming from that kendo shot.
Slowly moving. I'm sure he can feel the target on his back here. So much disdain with each of these shots. Something about this is starting to feel way more personal.
Jack wards that attack off. A Falls Count Anywhere match certainly lends itself to extreme activity. There are no rules that govern how you score said pinfall or submission. We both know Punk and Jack are certainly able to get extreme.
Both men have strong ties to the birthplace of Extreme, ECW. CM Punk began his career in WWE as part of the ECW brand, with multiple ECW title reigns to his name. Cactus Jack put the company on the map during its infancy and became a
CM Punk from the top rope.
elbow drop to the heart.
CM Punk definitely added a little oomph there. Cactus Jack might not even know where he is right now.
Ooh, like a boxer with a speed bag. Boom! Read that one.
Counter after counter. Neither superstar getting the clear advantage.
He's headed out to the ringside area. And things backstage are getting quickly out of hand.
Oh, they're done playing nice. They've got some serious aggression that needs to be worked out, and this just might be the best way to do it.
Well, I guess all rules are out the window now. Oh, CM Punk stopped that in its tracks.
And Punk now lifting his opponent up and back. Go to sleep.
Spinning kick to the gut. Oh, look at this. Float over neck breaker.
Picture perfect.
Focused on weakening that arm. Ducks out of harm's way.
Fends it off. Good.
CM Punk looking to turn out the lights. Go to sleep.
Focusing in on the leg at the moment.
Really zeroing in on his leg now, looking to damage the base. Stomping. Ouch. Oh, he timed that counter well. Headbutt.
Nothing fancy there. Brings down a hammer to turn the tide. Russian leg sweep. Some serious damage to the arm being inflicted here.
Torque now being applied to that arm.
Ooh, eats a big right.
Sadistic glee taking over Cactus Jack right about now. Punk doesn't seem to know what's coming. A DDT drives that head into the ground. Ouch.
He's looking to cause some destruction with that table.
I say bring it on. He finally reaches the top. I hope his fear of heights doesn't kick in now.
Oh! Punk never saw that coming. Carrying the opposition. What's the thought here? And the hesitation to deliver an attack ends up being costly.
Oof! And averting damage there. Reversal after reversal, proving they did their homework. But now popped in the jaw. Brilliant countering by both competitors.
Spinning kick to the gut.
That's a well-targeted attack to the body.
Putting his opponent in a hazardous position.
Take Punk playing to the crowd now.
Jack telling his opponent to bring it.
What happens next is anyone's guess. I can't wait to see. And the probability of serious injury just skyrocketed as the action moves out of the staging area. And with those focused attacks on the legs, this kind of damage was bound to be expected.
I don't know how anyone can withstand this kind of battering.
Slides under the ropes. Back into the ring.
And CM Punk looking for support from the crowd.
Okay, he should really focus on the match now. We get the point. And it's back into the ring for Jack here.
CM Punk with a quick movement. Uranagi connects. He's not gone there. He's locked in the anim.
Not sure what he's thinking. Letting go here.
And he's able to avoid that offense. Both CM Punk and Cactus Jack are well known for their WWE careers, but they have interacted outside of this company.
Indeed, shortly before Punk joined WWE, the same side of Cactus Jack, known to the world as Mick Foley, approached Punk and tried to act as a voice of reason when Punk acted without honor.
And did Punk taking flight? Splash! Back and forth, neither Punk nor Cactus Jack relenting. Talk about an absolute perched up top.
Diving knee drop. Attempting high-risk move after high-risk move at a breakneck pace.
Oh, yeah, from the top. Oh, he misses the mark.
Taking flight only to find nobody home at ringside. What a disastrous miscalculation.
And CM Punk is in control.
Oh, yeah, Punk's not backing down to Cactus here. Far from it.
And with more punishment landing on the body, he must be getting winded.
I think that's something of an under.
They might be able to put this one away right here. Still in it with a quick kick out.
An adrenaline-fueled, defying kick out if ever there was one. Oh,
Wow.
Lights out.
another attack to the head. Has to be pretty dazed now.
Absorbing the pain of another attack to the head. He could be dazed.
Shoving it into the corner now. Ooh!
I'm trouble in the corner. Oh.
Cactus Jack.
And a late pin attempt by Cactus Jack. Instantly, he has his shoulders up.
He didn't even let the ref start the count.
Neckbreaker after the float over.
That was pretty.
Punk's had enough. He's looking to end this here. Down with a GTS.
Now CM Punk needs to end this.
Punk scaling the turnbuckles.
Perched up top.
Diving knee drop.
CM Punk from the top rope. Flying elbow drop.
Taking a chance one more time and landing with incredible impact.
Boot to the stomach gives them separation.
CM Punk really trying to up the ante at this point as he climbs the turnbuckles and drags his opponent up there too. Arms hooked up. Oh, God. The plunge.
Cactus with a cause for alarm.
Wasting no time. Into the cover. Good Lord. CM Punk just defeated Cactus Jack in the ECW arena.
Here is your winner, CM
Oh, man, that was wild.
This is it. No holds Rings barred between CM Punk and Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Talk about hard-headed competitors who insist on playing by their own rules. Austin and Punk would be a tag team made in heaven if either of them could stand working with somebody else.
But sometimes it's similarities like that which breed the most contempt. At last, these two Hellraisers get a chance to see who the biggest rebel in all of WWE is.
When chatting with CM Punk, Stone Cold Steve Austin said there's no quote-unquote time shift that Punk can take to put himself back in the Attitude Era. But right now, he's facing perhaps the best of that era, and Austin is in the best shape of his life for this battle.
I question Stone Cold's usage of the time travel terminology, but there's no denying that he knows how to brawl, how to fight with attitude. If Punk can overcome all the cover for the win.
In a kick out.
You've got to wear your opponent down. There hasn't been enough action yet to get a clean pin.
Sent right into the corner.
Sent flying.
Two men fighting right now that could not be any different when it comes to their backgrounds. Punk has often been a straight-edge antagonist, and Austin is forever known as a beer-swilling hero.
Yeah, these two would probably never hit the town together after a match, but there are so many other elements of their personalities that completely align. Both Punk and Austin are steadfast in their beliefs. They both love to fight more than anything and stand tall as icons of their respective eras.
It's almost like if they weren't so stubborn, they'd make the perfect tag team.
Dragon screw. And he's pulled the ring apron up, looking under there for something.
Oh boy, it's a baseball bat. Hoping to end this match with one big swing.
Over a decade ago, these two men sat together for a very intense confrontation. During that interview, CM Punk claimed he would have thrived during Steve Austin's era, just as he did today.
Punk also claimed that there were more sharks in the water during the Attitude Era than during Punk's heyday. Now, I take some umbrage to that since I was in the water during that era, but I get where Punk is coming from. CM Punk looking to end things here.
Oh, GTS.
Could that keep Austin down?
And Punk making his way back to the ring. Bang! Take a seat at the table.
I expected this match to be hellacious, but Punk and Austin are truly outdoing themselves.
Yeah, this is a level of intensity we do not often get to see.
Setting up that table, no doubt he has dangerous, painful intentions in mind here. And Austin escapes danger.
From the opposition.
Oh, we know what's coming here. Ladies and gentlemen, go to sleep. Will that sum this up for Punk?
These two Hellraisers are blowing the roof off this place.
And the WWE Universe is loving every second of it. Punk and Austin.
From the heavens, big time splash.
My God, guys. Punk's got Austin at his limit. The rattlesnake is in deep trouble. I understand getting yourself fired up, but he needs to stay on his opponent. That gets reversed on CM Punk. Differing in-ring styles from these two men. Punk is methodical with his strikes and submissions, while Austin prefers to brawl as soon as the bell rings. That seemingly favors the rattlesnake, doesn't it?
Look, nobody's going to bet against Austin in a no-holds-barred match. You think a man with an extensive MMA background like Punk doesn't know a few illegal moves that are normally grounds for disqualification? Well, tonight he's got them in his back pocket to snare an unsuspecting rattlesnake.
CM Punk has to turn this around. In a no-holds-barred scenario like this, things can quickly spiral for him.
And just like that, avoiding surefire disaster. He's getting back to his feet, but is there fight left? What's it going to take to end it? It might be this. Go to sleep.
There's no chance you're coming back from another one of those.
These superstars have given a superhuman effort tonight, shattering the limits of what we thought was possible.
Absolutely. Breaking new ground and leaving jaws on the floor. Headed back into the ring. When asked about the locker room with Punk's prime, Steve Austin was a bit dismissive, saying he'd only need 1 or 2 moves to beat him. As to the top talent like Punk and John Cena, it would take, quote, 3 or 4.
Well, I'm sure Austin meant to include me in the latter group, but all that aside, the rattlesnake is veering into overconfidence with a comment like that. Could a legend like Austin beat most competitors handily? Yes! But to think he's also an echelon above first ballot Hall of Famers like Punk and Cena is a surefire way to be caught by surprise and suffer an embarrassing loss.
He finds a counter. When asked about facing CM Punk, Austin claimed that he would push and prod to get the best out of Punk, to give Punk an even bigger mean streak than ever.
I'm not so sure that's humanly possible given the depths we've seen Punk sink to in order to secure a win, but I do not doubt the words of the rattlesnake. When you're in the ring against Austin, you have...
And he finds a way to elude that attack.
What energy in the arena tonight. Punk wasting no motion on the counter.
Struck with a calf kick. Ooh. Opponent lifted. Austin with great awareness.
Something we've discussed before is that Punk represents the best of the modern era, and Austin the best of the Attitude Era. Both men have proven they can hang with the other's contemporaries.
You're right about that, Cole. Who can forget when Austin came out of retirement and defeated Kevin Owens in a main event battle at WrestleMania 38, which was also a no-holds-barred match, I might add.
That was definitely impressive, guys, but look. Stunning!
Stealing a page straight from his opponent's playbook there.
CM Punk now powers up his opponent and connects with a GPS crash.
And Austin is out. 2. It's all over. CM Punk has beaten Steve Austin.
Here is your winner, Steve